4 p.m. is equivalent to 1600 hours. 5 p.m. is equivalent to 1700 hours. 6 p.m. will then be 1800 hours. 7 p.m. will be 1900 hours. 8 p.m. will be 2000 hours, so 22.00. 9 p.m. will be 2100 hours. 10 p.m. will be 2200 hours. 11 p.m. will then be 2300 hours. And then we finally get to 12 a.m., which in this case will be 00, which is 24-hour clock. So you've got to learn these times. So if you don't know them, please make sure that you write them down at home and then you learn them from start to finish. Okay, so let's move on. Let's get cracking with regards to our homework that we did before. So 11:17 p.m. How do we actually convert this into a 24-hour clock from 12-hour time to 24-hour time? And in this case, the answer is going to be 23:17. 23:17. Let's go on to the next one. So now this time is AM, which tells us that it's a morning time. So 9:06 AM, all we're going to do is when we convert this into a 24-hour time, we just put a 0 at the beginning. Okay, that 0 tells us that this particular time is to do with the morning time. Just put a 0 at the beginning, 09.06. And you don't need to write AM or PM, because that's the whole point of having a 24-hour time. You don't need to write AM or PM. So in this case, option B will be the correct answer. There we go. So let's just go for option B. We have 6:23 p.m. So if you look at my the whiteboard, so we've got that time there. We've already got the conversion. So 5 p.m. is 1700 hours. So 6 p.m. is going to be 1800 hours. So that will be 1823, which is option D, 1823. Let's move on to question number 4. So now we're moving on to the AM time that I was explaining before. Now converting the AM time to a 24-hour clock, and this is how you will write this time. 00.12. That's all. Okay, because remember 12:12 AM is just gone past midnight, so it's right in the middle of the night, but it's classed as being AM. So that's where the AM timing for the morning actually starts. And once you convert that into a 24-hour clock, then it will be 00.12. Let's go for option A in this case. In terms of 3:41 p.m., if you look at the whiteboard on the right-hand side, so 3 p.m. as a 24-hour clock stands for 1500 hours. So we need to convert this particular time. And let's go to Emily for this one. And we'll get some more contributions in a few minutes. So you just unmute yourself. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hi there, how are you? Very good. And Emily, if you have a look here, so we're trying to convert the time 3:41 p.m. To a 24-hour clock. So on the right-hand side of my board, can you see this? Let me just point this out to you. Can you see that time there?
Yeah.
So what does 3 p.m. convert to?
15.
Yep, 1500 hours. And then if you look at our question here, which is 341, what will that turn into then?
1541.
Well done. It will turn into 1541. Good girl. Excellent. Thank you for that, Emily. Okay, so 1541, and we'll go for our option, which is B in this case. Option B. Okay, so we're just moving on to the other questions. If you're still a little bit rough around the edges with regards to the 24-hour clock, then write down the times on a piece of paper for the entire time around the clock, AM and PM, and convert them into 24-hour times, okay? And then later on, when you get time, I'll put this class onto the recorded class section. You can also go back and have a look at that as well, all right? So we're just going to convert fractions into percentages. Now, first of all, percentages are always out of 100. So percentages are always out of 100, okay? So if anybody ever says to you that, you know, I'm going to pass my exams 1000%, there is no such thing as 1000% or even less than that. So it's everything is out of 100% when it comes to maths. So now we're going to convert 3/4 into a percentage. So there's two ways that we can do this. So what's 3/4 of 100? So 3/4 of 100 is going to be 75%. What you can do is you can do 100 divided by the bottom number and multiply by the top number. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. So let's just write that down. So you just make sure you do some bus stop division. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. So we're piecing 100 into 4 separate pieces, equal pieces, which is 25. And when you multiply 25 by 3, the answer is 75. Okay, so you always divide the bottom number and then times the top number. Okay. So in this case, we're looking at 75%. So change the fraction shown below into a percentage. So 7/10. So remember, a percentage is always out of 100. So let me just show you the second technique that you can actually use. So how many times can 10 go into 100? How many times can 10 divide into 100? Because remember, we're converting everything into 100 because that's what the percentage is. So 10 times 7 will equals to 100. So what we can do here is we can do exactly the same thing. So 10 times 10 is 100, so we can times the top by 10 as well, which will give us 70. And if it's 70 over 100, that means it's 70%. Okay, so 10 goes into 100 10 times, and we do exactly the same thing for the top number. We multiply by 10, and that will give us 70 over 100, which then equates to 70% out of 100%. So we're just going to go for option D in this case. Again, a 3/5. Let's convert that into a percentage. 3/5. Now we know that a percentage is always out of 100. So how many times can 5 divide into 100? So we just do 100 divided by 5. very quickly at the bottom here. So 5 goes into 10 twice, and that 5 does not go into 0, so we just stick that 0 on top. So 5 times 20 is 100, and we multiply the top number by 20. We do exactly the same thing. So 3 times 20 is 60, and that gives us 60%. Okay? So let's go for 60% here. Again, the same thing, 7 over 20. How many times can 20 divide into 100? 20 times 5 is 100. Just do bus stop division to help you, or long division, either way is fine. And then multiply the top number by 5 again. So 7 times 5 is 35, and that gives us 35%. All right, if you've got a pen and paper there, or pen and pencil, then you could actually write these down. You can write the notes down as well to help you at the same time. So 35% in this case. Then let's have a look at the next example. So 2 over 25. Again, percentage is out of 100. So how many times can 25 divide into 100? So let's just quickly do some working out here. 25 at 25 is 50. 50 at 25 is 75. 75 at 25 is 100. So 25 times 4 is 100. And we times the top number by 4 again. So in this case, what's 2 times 4? Which is 8. And then we're going for 8%. Okay. So this particular technique that I've just used, so I've showed you both, but this particular one is probably the easiest one on converting fractions into percentages. So let's go for 8% there. We'll just lock that one in. Okay, let's go on to the next type of question. The sum of 7 and 9 is 15. So the word sum means add. Whenever you see that word sum, that means you're going to add something. So the sum of 7 and 9 is 15. Is that true or is that false? Let's ask some of you for some contribution now. So let's go to Rouge for this one. Hello, Rouge.
Hello.
Hi there. So in this case, we're trying to add the two numbers together, Rouge. And
Okay.
what do you think? Is that true or is that false?
False.
It's false, yes, because 9 add 7 will be 16 and not 15. So we'll go for false there. Okay, well done, Rouge, thank you. And the next one is the product of 5 and 7 is 12. Is this true or false? Now the word product means multiply. So whenever you come across that word product, whenever you work out a product of two numbers, you have to multiply. Let's go to Elisa for this one.
You do 7 times 5 is 35, so the answer is false.
The answer is going to be false, absolutely, because 7 times 5 will be 35, and it's not going to be 12. So in this case, it is going to be false. Lisa, well done. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. And you want to answer this one as well?
And this one's true.
Okay, let's have a look. So there are 3,000 meters in 3 kilometers. Is this true or false? So Elisa, just tell me, remind me, how many meters will there be in 1 kilometer?
1,000.
1,000. Well done. So kilo, this special word here, that means 1,000. So whenever you come across the word kilo, that means you convert it into 1,000. So it could be 1 kilograms is going to be 1,000 grams because you've got the word kilo in there. So same as here. So kilometers and meters cover distances. So 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 meters, and the question states 3,000 meters, and that will be 3 kilometers. So yes, you're right there, Lisa. Good working out there. So let's go. Yeah. So let's go for true there. Okay.
Yeah. Adnan, I can't see the screen. I can see the screen, but I can't see you.
You can't see me?
Yeah, I can't see any of the other students either. It's black.
Oh, don't worry about the students. So long as you can see me, that's the main thing. Hold on.
I
You can't see me right now?
I can't see you.
Okay, I'll tell you what. In that case, can you see that button on the top left somewhere on your screen? Your screen might be slightly different to mine. So you just have to leave the class and then come back inside again.
Okay.
And that should hopefully refresh the screen. It could be an internet issue. Okay? Okay, try that for me. Just leave the class and then come back in. Thank you. Okay, so the next one is the square root of 36 is 9. Is this true or is this false? So square root means it's a root number. So if you were to multiply that number by itself, that will actually give you a bigger number. So for example, if we did 9 times 9, the answer is going to be 81. Okay? Now, 6 times 6 will be 36. So in this case, the root number, the square root of 36 is actually 6, not 9, because 9 times 9 is 81. So the square root of 36 is actually going to be 6, because you can multiply 6 by itself and it gives you 36. So the square root of 36 will be 6. So in this case, we're going to say it's false. Next question, if I spent £4.34 in a shop and paid with a £10 note, I would be given £5.66 change. Is this true or is this false? So let's have a quick look. Okay, let's go to Isadoric. Lisa? Okay, so this requires a little bit of working out as well. Shall I help you with working out? Okay, so let's go with £10 note. Let's say that we've got a £10 note and we spent £4.34 in the shop. So let's just take that away then, Isa. So we can't take 4 from 0. We can't take 3 from 0. We can't take 4 from 0 because you know the top number always has to be bigger. Yeah. So in this case, we have to take away. So we need to make the top numbers bigger. So let's just cancel the 1 there, turn it into 0, borrow the 1 there to make 10, and then cancel 10, turn it into 9, because again, we need to borrow the 1 for the 0 next door to make it bigger again. But again, we need to do the same thing because we can't take 4 away from 0. So cancel 10, take away 1, turn it into 9, and borrow the 1 there. So what's 10 take away 4?
6.
And 9 take away 3?
7. 6.
And then 9 take away 4.
9 take away 4. 5.
5. And we just put that dot in the middle so we know that it's like pound and pence. Okay, so £5.66. So is this going to be true or false, Isa?
True.
True. Okay, well done. So let's go for true there. Good. Okay, while you're here, let's do the next one as well. So which two numbers are missing in the sum below? So 7 times what is 42?
6.
Yeah, so 7 times 6 is 42. That's right. And then we have to do 42, take away 12.
2 take away 2, 0. Is it 30?
Okay, 30. Good. And what are our two answers now?
6 and 30.
6 and 30. So let's go for option letter D. Very good. Thank you very much, Isa, for that. Okay, so let's go for the next one. 11 times 4, and then we can just add 16 on top of that as well. So let's have a go at this one. Let's go to Asade. Hello, Asade.
Hello.
Hi there. Okay, so we're just doing 11 times 4, Asade.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you help me with this one? 11 times 4?
44.
Okay, well done. So 11 times 4 is 44. We've got 44 add 16.
Is it 60?
It is indeed. And what are our two answers then? Which letter are we going to go for?
D.
D, because the answer is 44 and 60. So well done for that. Good. Okay, thank you very much, Hussein. Let's go for this next one now that we can see in front of our screens. So 6 times what number? How do we work this one out? Let's go to Isa Ashraf again. Hello, Isa.
Hello. So would it say 6 times something would equal something divided by 12 to equal 4? So so something divided by 12 would equal 4, and then that would be 36. Wait.
Or you can do it again. You can do the opposite of division. Do multiply. What's 4 times 12?
48.
Okay, let's put that there and check if they're going to be right. So have a go at the next one now.
It'd be 6 times 7.
6 times 7, I think, is 42. Try again.
6 times 8.
Okay, so let's have a look at it. So 6 times 8 is 48. And 48 divided by 12 gives us 4. Good. So you see, even if you've got a difficult question like this, you can just reverse it round. And always remember that the opposite of division is multiplication, and opposite of multiplication is division, and opposite of subtraction is addition, and so on as well. So 8 and 48 in this case. So well done. Let's do one more. Let's have a look at this one.
So it would be something times 10 equals something divided by 10 equals 9. So 9 times 10 would be 90. So then 9 times 10 would be 90.
Yep, and then 90 divided by 10 will be 9. So you've got a double equation happening here in these questions. So we'll go for 9 and 90 in this case. Very good. Thank you, Isa. And let's go to Erase for the next one.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hi there, Sam. How are you, Ace?
I'm okay.
Very good. What's 12 times 3?
12 times 3 is 36.
Okay, so let's put that down there. And 36 take away 16?
30, that will be 20.
It's very good. So that equation now balances really well because we've got two particular answers that we've just answered. So 36 and 12. And so in that case, 36 and 20, sorry. So that's going to be C, our answer there. Okay. And let's have a look at this next one as well. So in the question shown below, put two different numbers on the empty lines to complete the sum using two of the four numbers in the bracket. So we've already got those four numbers. We just have to pick two and decide which one's going to go where to check if the equation balances on both sides. So I'll give you a helping hand with this one. Let's start with 60. 60 take away 6. What's 60 take away 6 there?
That will be 54.
Okay, 54. So in this case, this particular equation, we get 54. Now let's check if you're right. So what's 9 times 6?
9 times 6 is 54.
54. So can you see that equation now balancing on both sides? 54 and 54. So good. So that's how this particular question works. So let's go for 60 take away 6 here. Okay, so I'll give you another helping hand here. So for the first one, let's go for the number 3. And 11. What's 3 times 11?
3 times 11 is 33.
Okay, so 33 here. And let's check if this one works. So what's 65 take away 32?
33.
33, yeah. See how that balances on both sides?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go for 3 times 11 in this case, which were the two answers that we were after. Okay, thanks for that, Awais. And let's go to Romesa for the next one. Hello, Romesa.
Hello.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so let me help you with this one, Romesa. So let's go for what's 7 times 3? 7 times 3.
7 times 3 is 21.
Okay, so let's just put that down there, 21 on this side, all right? So we know that this equation gives us 21. So on the equation on the left, we also need to make 21. So let's go for these two numbers, 42 and 2. So what's 42 divided by 2? So what's half of 42? Does it give you 21? What's 21 add 21? Should we check? Let's do this. What's 1 add 1?
2.
2. What's 2 add 2?
4.
4. So yeah, it works, right? So 42 divided by 2. So how many times can 2 go into 42? 21 times. So in this case, 42 divided by 2 with the two missing links that we had here. We'll go for option A. Okay. So just work the next one out for me as well, please, Romain. So what's 6 times 8?
6 times 8 is 48.
Well done. So 6 times 8 is 48. Excellent. So we're looking for two numbers there that add up to 48 in those brackets. Which two numbers?
20 and 28.
Yep, so 20 add 28 will give us 48 on this side, and that's how we balance the equation on both sides as well. So 20 and 28 will be the two missing numbers that we're looking for to finish that one off. So well done. Thank you, Ramesa. And let's go to the next one. So 5 add 18. We can work that out first. That's the easiest thing to do. And then we've got two numbers that we're going to divide by each other to give us the answer 23. So let's go for 69 divided by 3. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. So 68 divided by 3. So 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 goes into 8 twice. And then you get your remainder, which is 2. But that can also be equated to 69 divided by 3. 69, that doesn't work. So let's try again. 69 divided by 3. So 3 goes into 6 twice. And 3 goes into 9 3 times. So that's the number that we're looking for. 69 divided by 3. And that also gives you 23 on the left-hand side. Okay, so we're moving on to some measurements. So what is 375 centimeters in meters? So in 1 meter, we have 100 centimeters. In 1 meter, we have 100 centimeters. So if we're going to convert 375 centimeters into meters, what we do is we divide that number by 100. So because 100 has 2 zeros, we just move the invisible decimal point to the left twice because 100 has 2 zeros. So the invisible decimal is going to be at the end here. We move it to the left twice, so once and twice. And that gives us 3.75 meters. And the reason we're dividing is because we're actually trying to convert it into a bigger number. So in this case, 3.75 meters will be the correct answer. Again, some more measurements. So it's important that we actually work out what a theory is behind each question. So in 1 liter, we have 1,000 milliliters. So liters and milliliters measure liquid and volume. So when you have, let's say, for example, a liter of a bottle of milk at home, a carton of milk, okay, that's what you measure. Milk, water, any other liquid. So you've got to remember these measurements, because if you don't know your measurements, then it's going to be impossible to answer these questions. So any weak points from this lesson, please note them down, and then you can come back and then you can learn your measurements, just like we did at the beginning with regards to the 24-hour clock. Okay, because sometimes you need to have that knowledge firsthand to be able to answer some questions. So in this case, this is all theoretical mathematical knowledge. So 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. And because we have 3 zeros in 1,000, what we're going to do is we're going to do 4350 divided by 1,000. And now we're going to move the decimal point to the left 3 times because we've got 3 zeros in 1,000. So here's the invisible decimal. So let's go to the left 3 times. Once, twice, 3 times. Let's stick the decimal there. So 4.350. And you don't have to write the 0 at the end. You can if you want to, but it's the same thing. So 4.350 is exactly the same as 4.35. Now, why are we going to the left and not the right? Because when you divide, you move to the left. When you multiply, you move the decimal to the right. Okay, so when you divide, you move to the left, and when you multiply, you move the decimal to the right. Okay, so in this case, let's go for 4.35. as our answer, which is option A. Okay, so how many seconds are there in 1 minute? So in 1 minute, we have 60 seconds. You can write that down as well if you like, okay? So what is 560 seconds? So the best way of working this out is let's do 540 divided by 60. And then if we do 540 divided by 60, so you can just work it out here. Let me do a multiplication for you as well to make it easier. That's too hard. So 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 6 is 54. So that means 60 goes into 540 9 times. And 9 minutes will be our answer in this case. What is 98 days in weeks? Okay. So how many days are there in 1 week? So in 1 week, we have 7 days. So how are we going to work this out? Let's do 98 days divided by 7, because we're converting the days into weeks. So 7 goes into 9 once, and what's the remainder? The remainder is 2. So let's put the 2 next to the 8 to make 28. How many times can 7 divide into 28? So 7 can divide into 28 4 times. So that means our answer will be 14 weeks altogether. Okay, 14 weeks. And what is 1,568 grams into kilograms? So let's just work this out. So how many grams are there in 1 kilogram? So in 1 kilogram, we have 1,000 grams. Okay, you can write this down as well. So in 1 kilogram, we have 1,000 grams. Now, how do you convert grams into kilograms? Well, how many zeros do we have now in 1,000? We have 3 zeros. So what we're going to do is, with 1,568 grams, we're going to move our decimal. So we're dividing that by 1,000. And when you divide by 1,000, you move the decimal point to the left. How many times? 3 times, because there are 3 zeros in 1,000. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. That means we're converting into kilograms. So 1.568 kilograms will be our answer here. Okay, there you go. So let's move on to prime numbers. Which one of the following numbers is a prime number? Let's go to Shama for this one.
Hello.
Hi Shama, what's a prime number?
It's a number which can only be times once.
It's a number that can only go in itself once, by itself once, or only one can divide into it. So 10 is not a prime number, because 10 can be divided by 2 and it can be divided by 5. Okay, so that's not a prime number. But what's the prime number in our list here?
5.
Yes, 5 is a prime number, because the only numbers that can go into 5 are itself, which is 5 and 1. 4 is not a prime number because it can be divided by 2. 6 is not a prime number because it can be divided by 3. And 9 is not a prime number because it can be divided by 3 as well. So the only original number that we can see here is 5. And how about the next one?
10.
So what numbers can divide into 10?
1 times 10.
Yep.
Oh,
Can 2 go into 10?
yes.
Can 5 go into 10?
Yes.
So that means that's not a prime number. So try one more time.
7.
Yes, because no other number can divide into 7 apart from 1 and 7 itself. So 7 is a prime number. Well done. And try this one as well, Shama.
I think 17 is a prime number.
17 is definitely a prime number because no other number can divide into 17 apart from 1 and 17. That's good. Well done. Thank you, Shama. And the next one is, in this case, this one's slightly harder one. We're going to go for 29, this one, because 21 can be divisible by 7. 24 is divisible by 3 and 8. 27 is divisible by 3. 28 is divisible by 2 and a few other numbers. 29, there is no other number can divide into 29 apart from 1 and 29. Very good. And this last one, prime number here is going to be 37 because no other number can divide into 37 apart from 37 and 1. That's how you work out prime numbers. The next 4 questions, which 2 numbers come next in this number sequence below? So let's just go to a few of you to find the answer for this one. Let's go to Emily again. Hi there, Emily. Hi there. So we're just trying to find out the 2 blanks here. So what do you add to 7 to get the answer 10? So what's it going up in?
3.
Yeah, so 7 add 3 is 10, 10 add 3 is 13. So what's 13 add 3?
16.
Yeah, good, 16. And what's 16 add 3?
9.
19. Okay, well done. So in this case, 16 and 19 are our 2 answers that we're looking for here. Thank you very much for that. We've just got 3 more questions to go. So let's just try and fit these in. Okay, so let's go to Lisa and see if Lisa's system's working now. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Hi there. Can you see the board?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
So the pattern is 15, 14, 12, and 9.
Mm-hmm.
The pattern is wait, 6.
So the pattern is yeah. So pattern is 15 take away 1 is 14. 14 take away 2 is 12. 12 take away 3 is 9. And what we're going to minus here now?
Minus 4.
Good. So what's 9 take away 4? Take your time.
5.
Good. So 5 will be our answer here. Well done. Thank you for that, Elisa. I'm just going to go to a couple more people very quickly. Okay, let's go to Shingy. Hello, Shingy.
Hi.
Hi there. Do you want to have a go at this one?
Oh, okay. The answer is A.
Okay, you mean 75 and 86?
Yes.
Okay, what's it going up in then? What's the pattern?
It's going up in 11.
Good. So you're basically adding 11 each time, and that's the sequence pattern here. So 75 and 86 will be the correct answers. So option number A is correct. Well done. Thank you very much, Shingy. For the last
Welcome.
two, yeah. So for the last two, we're just going to minus 6 for the first one, and then add 4, and then minus 6 again. So in this case, 80 will be our answer here. And the last one, 99 to 87, and then 76. So we're taking away 12 in this case each time. And our answer in this case will be 66. Okay. So a lot of these questions were quite tricky because it was an assessment. But you know what? The whole point of an assessment, the whole point of doing an assessment is to actually broaden your horizons and understand what areas that you need extra help in. So looking at this lesson, I think quite a few of you will probably need help in 24-hour clock. You need more practice in measurements, so like how many grams are there in a kilogram, how many centimeters in a meter, and so on and so on. And also sequences as well. So please do write these down, okay? You also have access, remember, to my to the online platform, so you can go into Year 4 Maths, and you can cover these topics within Year 4 Maths as well, and Year 5 Maths. Okay, so if you want extra more practice on 24-hour clock, if you need more practice on sequences, if you like more practice on measurements, just go into the online platform and just go and answer some questions, extra questions, just to feel a little bit more positive in these areas. All right, good. Thank you so much. We're just going a little bit over time because it was a big assessment. So well done for keeping up. Thank you. And I will see you on Thursday. Sorry, I will see you on Monday. Today is Thursday. And we're going back to basics again, looking at some individual work. But in 2 weeks' time, these topics that a lot of you probably found tricky today, I will go into more detail individually in the next week. So don't worry, we're going to come back to these again. Okay, we'll break them down individually. So take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you on Monday. Thank you. Bye-bye.